Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Leah. If you're brand new here, I'm really glad that you decided to stop by today. I want you to stay, so make sure that you hit the subscribe button and let's get to know each other. I always talk to everyone who messages me in the comments, so that's how we could get to know each other. If you have a question for me, make sure that you drop it in the comment and I will definitely be sure to answer your question. If you're returning, thank you so much for coming back and spending a little bit of time with me. So let's just get right into the video, guys, okay? So a lot of you have requested price lists, and I could definitely understand why, because you do want to get an idea of how many signings it would actually take to meet your monetary goal. I'm not sure about you guys, but each and every month I set monetary goals about how much money that I want to actually make. If you're not doing that currently, I would highly suggest it. I also try to break down those goals and saying how much work I would need to do in order to make that money. So it is really important to have a general idea of how much is a reasonable price to charge for some services that we offer as loan signing agents. I want to provide a guide for you. A lot of you guys have requested it, so I definitely want to fulfill that request. I'm sorry it has taken me a moment to film this video. I do try to batch film my videos. So with that being said, sometimes I already have my content planned out. So if you do have a request for a video, let me know in the comments and I will definitely get to it. And you never know, it may already be on my list of videos to film. This guide is really helpful because sometimes when you're signing up for signing services, they sometimes ask you how much you charge. And you don't want to just be pulling figures out, that you think are reasonable and then price yourself out of a job. Or on the flip side of it, you don't want to just give a really lowball amount, devaluing the work that you actually do. So again, this is only meant to be a guide. I wouldn't say that this is a hard and fast rule. If you choose to use this guide, you could tweak it to what you think it works for you. But I always suggest everybody to evaluate each and every offer. I got an offer today and the offer was 36 minutes away from my house. So I feel like 36 minutes is a reasonable amount of travel. I know some of you guys might think I'm crazy depending on where you live, but I live in Georgia and everything is traveling. I'm telling you, everything is at least 10 or 15 minutes away and us Georgians think it's pretty close. So don't think I'm crazy for saying 36 minutes is not bad, but I don't think that is bad. So I would expect to drive at least a minimum of 15 minutes typically for a job. I am willing to usually drive even up to an hour. It all just depends on who the company is, how much money is being paid, and what type of signing is asked for. So in addition to the distance, always consider the amount of paper that you will have to print. I don't think that this should be underestimated whatsoever. So I think that there's more that actually goes into it, such as how many notarial acts that you're doing, as well as the distance that you would have to travel in order to get to the signing. Also, something else that could go into it is how much time in advance you had before the signing. So if it was a last minute signing request and they needed you there as soon as possible, I think that you could definitely use that to your advantage and try to negotiate, because it's kind of like the signing service is at your mercy just a little bit. It all depends upon you though. So again, this is only a guide. So let's just talk about it. So for, let's say, a seller's package, I feel like $75 to $125 is a reasonable amount to charge for a seller's package. So there is a variance here because, of course, factors that I mentioned before. So let's talk loan applications. A reasonable amount to charge is between $60 and $75. Usually loan applications are pretty simple. They're straightforward. You may get a request for $50 to actually fill a loan application. It's up to you if you want to negotiate or if you want to just accept that signing for $50. So I want to just add a little caveat in there if I can. I would definitely say that when you're brand new, I would not so much advise on negotiating each and every deal that comes your way, each and every offer that's presented to you, because you do have to gain experience. And if you're basically negotiating for each and every offer that comes your way, you may not get the experience as rapid. Once you have the experience, you have signings under your belt, you feel confident in what you do, then I would say go about negotiating, unless it's something that's way, way ridiculous, such as the signing is an hour and a half away from you. You know, to me, that's excessive. So I would definitely make sure that I am negotiating to get a higher rate, or reject the signing. It's okay if you refuse the signing. It's not like the signing service is going to be upset with you. They will simply reach out to you for another signing later, because everyone understands that time is valuable and a round trip of 3 hours is pretty excessive. So another thing that you may want to add to your price list is purchases. So when someone is purchasing a home, $90 to $125, I feel like is a reasonable price to charge. Reverse mortgages, anything from $90 to $100 on reverse mortgages is a reasonable amount to charge. So of course, there's other things like loan modifications, and I feel like $50 to $75 is pretty reasonable for a loan modification. You be the judge though, because sometimes you're asked to print 1 copy, sometimes up to 3 copies that you have to print. Then of course, if there are scan backs, typically I add $15 if a scan back is required. Let's say I feel like the amount that's being offered to me is not enough, it's not reasonable. So hypothetically speaking, let's say I have a seller's package and I am being offered $65. I know that my range for that seller's package is anywhere between $75 and $125. So if I'm being offered $60, and hypothetically speaking, they've given me enough time to prepare for it, the distance is not bad, it's well within the scope that I'm comfortable driving in, then I would request about $15 additional to that, because I have to scan the documents back, and sometimes they will require you to send it off via FedEx too. So of course that's more work. So typically speaking, I think that $15 additional to a price that you don't necessarily think is a fair price, I feel like $15 is pretty reasonable to request for a scan back. Of course, like I said before, you be the judge of what you do. You may do something different. You may think my prices are too low. You may think my prices are outrageous. However, I feel like they are fair prices, and these prices were directed toward signing services. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that there was some value in it, and I hope that you could fill out those applications to the signing services with confidence, knowing that you have a pricing guide that you could possibly go by. So I will have some more videos coming for you guys very soon. My next upload will be on Sunday. A lot of you guys have asked for my morning routine, because I do get up pretty early in the morning. So I'm going to show you guys how I remain productive and get a lot of things done. So make sure that you stay tuned for that. Turn on your post notifications just in case you have not already, so you don't miss an upload. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.